Your kid set up so you can do rim shots after the joke. See Marshall? Marshall's unbuttoned his pants. Marshall, rim shot does not mean what you think it means. Leave Keith alone. Marshall McNeil's a big chess player, actually plays a lot of chess. I don't know if you know that. Plays a lot of chess, but it's really strange playing with him because he insists on taking the bishop from the rear every single time. When I got here tonight, Marshall was at the bar. The bartender says, "Aren't you Marshall McNeil?" He says, "Yeah, proudly." The bartender says, "Well, it's amazing we have a drink named after you." Marshall says, "You want a drink called the Chubby Queer?" Thank you. I really shouldn't say this, but honestly, Marshall McNeil, he actually finds Tomahawk very attractive. He really does. I know, he's a good-looking guy, and when he found out that Tomahawk didn't feel the same about him, he was really depressed. He was really, really sad. He went to the beach, and he was all upset, and he found a genie's lamp. I gotta fix this piece of shit. You know what? Fuck that. This fucking thing. It's been making me crazy all night, seriously. Flip it over so it still says PvP, would you? Thank you. Nice. And Billy, not the last. Not the last. Anyway, Marshall goes to the beach, he's all depressed, he finds a genie's lamp. He rubs the lamp, a genie pops out, and the genie says, "I'll grant you one wish, and one wish only." He says, "You can do me one favor and have Tomahawk feel the same way for me as I feel about him." The genie said, "I'm sorry, that's the one thing I can't do. I have nothing to do with human emotion, I can't do that." He says, "All right, fine. My friend Justin Tunis is a really talented wrestler. He has all the best influence in the world, and for something isn't connecting in his head to make him as good as he could be in the ring. If you could please help Justin Tunis out and make him as talented as he could be in the ring." The genie said, "I hope you and Tomahawk are very happy together." All right, enough with the gay jokes on Marshall McNeil. I think we've really gone there plenty. Enough of the gay jokes. Marshall McNeil is so fat.
Fat is he?
Marshall McNeil is so fat. Thank you. We were wrestling recently, he had me a headlock. I'm trying to talk to him, and everything I'm saying to him, he's saying back to me. I would say something to him, he'd say back to me. Again, over 3 aggravating minutes of this, and I finally realized it's my own voice echoing out of his belly button. Thank you. Marshall McNeil recently came to see the band Untitled. They're with Keith and Jay and Aaron Morrison. He came to see the band recently, and just like every other time he comes, he drank too much. He stumbled in front of the stage and he fell down, and the band skipped. Somebody asked me earlier, who are the presenters tonight? Who's on the panel tonight? And I went through the names, and when they asked me, who's Matthew James? Who's Matt James? I said, my point exactly. They said, no, really, who's Matt James? I said, nobody. Absolutely nobody. He shaved, look at that beard. He shaved this morning. It's not that he can grow a beard fast. It's just that his facial hair is trying to run away from his awful fucking face. You're so fucking hairy, I bet you have afros on your nipples. And before you can masturbate, you gotta break out a machete, don't you, to get through that shit. But I'll tell you what, he's a great ring announcer. He's a fantastic ring announcer. Really, really good, always a good time. He does a great job for us every single time. You see, in the wrestling business, that's the perfect job in the business for somebody with zero charisma athleticism, and toughness, so congratulations, you fucking boring pussy. Thank you. Billy King, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Let's hear for Billy King. Billy King is basically me 15 years ago, so pal, you got this to look forward to, buddy. Congratulations. Start now. Yeah, he's to call Billy a big partier is like saying that Marshall McNeil kind of likes to suck cock. He goes to the doctor, he's going for his physical, the doctor says, Billy, you're in rough shape. You're in rough shape, we're gonna have to get a urine sample, a blood sample, a stool sample, and a semen sample. Billy handed him his wrestling trunks and said, you should get everything you need out of here. You gotta love the guy, but like honestly, Bill, look at the guy's teeth. Seriously, he's got a grill on him like a 48 Ford that has a lot of front end damage. His teeth are so bad, his dentist does all this work by mail order. It's true, he says. It's true, he says. That's great. Justin Tunis. Welcome, Justin Tunis. Everybody, round of applause for Justin Tunis, please. You know what I find is amazing is that Justin Tunis was just kind of hanging out there in the mid-card until this company started. That's pretty amazing. Way to go, Bill Watts. Wink, wink. Justin Tunis is so dumb. If he gets amnesia, he actually gets smarter. I hate to break the news to you, but you're actually a stinky guy in the locker room. I don't want to break the news to you. You're the stinky guy in the locker room. You are. Yeah. He uses Sure deodorant, and now it's a little confused. I don't know if I should say this, but his breath is so bad, he actually used prescription strength Tic Tacs. Justin Tunis is so hairy, Bigfoot took a picture of him. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's move on to Aaron Morrison, please. The man of the hour, Aaron Morrison. Big round of applause, please. I really shouldn't say this, but Aaron Morrison has had a lot of injuries throughout his career. He's had a lot of ankle injuries. What do you expect when you're 230 pounds, you're walking around in feet the size of Matchbox cars? It's gonna happen. Aaron Morrison is so short, he had to slam dunk his bus fare. A little known fact about Aaron Morrison is actually part chimpanzee. He's part chimpanzee. Ladies, that's not a bad thing. If you're looking for a lover in Aaron Morrison, that's fine. Seeing as how he's part chimpanzee, he can slap your ass with his foot. He can sit on a dime and swing his feet. But Johnny K, look at him. Look at Jimmy Nees looking at me, look at him. Could you be any more stereotypically guinea, you fucking wop? Look at him. I had to go back to him, sorry, we're still on Aaron, but I had to go back to him. You're in a bad knee right now, right? How'd you hurt that knee? By walking to the ring and trying to look like a tough guy, you fucking candy ass? If ever there was somebody that was built to be a manager, it's you fucking guinea. Anyway, Aaron Morrison also, he had a bout with diabetes. He did, and when he's not wrestling, he's attached to a machine that keeps him alive. That's a fact, it really is. It's called a refrigerator. Anyway, listen, the fact of the matter is next week, if Aaron Morrison decided to come out of retirement and strap on his boots, he could show up next week and he could have a match that stole the show, no doubt about it. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Yeah. If you want to join us, a new Aaron Morrison fan club, if you want to join it, just send your application to Aaron at whydoeseverybodynotknowimfuckingawesome.com. I decided, you know what? Everybody's telling jokes about Aaron. I thought I might tell a funny story. Back when Aaron and I first started, I remember we were in a tag team match. I don't even know where the fuck it was, but it was in a high school, and it was full, and there was a guy there that wrestled out in the Fall River area. His name was Suicidal Silva. He was about 92 pounds. He was about 92 pounds, and he used to like to do this spot where he would jump off the top rope and do a somersault and land on you, and you would catch him and hit the floor. So he asks Aaron, hey, will you mind doing that spot with me? Aaron's like, hey, absolutely, no problem. Well, the fact of the matter was, back then, we used to grease ourselves up like fucking Christmas hams, right? Sorry, Joanna. Hanukkah, something, whatever the fuck you eat on Hanukkah and you put oil on. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I mean, you shut the fuck up. He's like, well, guys, it wasn't me. I'm putting myself over like every other fucking time I go out. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, we go out there. Stop. Oh, look at JJ Alexander with his 5 head sitting right next to you. Yeah, you can flip me off all you want. Stick that thing up your ass. Anyway, we go out to the ring, and this guy goes up, and he goes up to the top, and Aaron's on the outside. The guy flips out. He flips out the top rope, and Aaron gets ready. I'm not exaggerating, like this. The guy hits him and ricochets off Aaron like a flat stone on a pond. Okay? It literally made it sound like in a Western. And hits the floor as hard as I've ever seen anybody hit the floor in their life. He's done. He's fucking done. He can't breathe. He's cross-eyed. He's half unconscious. What does our fearless hero do? He throws him in the ring and suplexes his fucking balls off. Now the funny thing is, a couple years ago, somebody sent me an email wanting me to do an online interview, and they asked me to tell a funny story about myself. Aaron, always giving in his nature, says, why don't you tell that story about me and that spot with that fucking asshole off the top rope? He wanted me to tell a story about him in my fucking interview. Fuck you, shut the fuck up. I want it to be interesting. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, Aaron Morrison, he spent 20 years in the business with class. He never phoned it in, never, ever, ever, ever once. He didn't care if there was 200 people in the crowd or 2 people in the crowd. Those 2 people paid their hard-earned money to come down and get entertained, and he went out there and he gave them exactly that. He worked his fucking ass off every single time he got in the ring. Aaron, I'm proud of you. I love you. And thank you for posing for the trophies for us. Those are life-size, by the way.